The shocking truth. Did you know that in some countries today, more children are born outside of marriage than inside it? For the first time in human history, the so-called traditional family is no longer the majority. If the trend continues, by 2030, the old picture of marriage with mom, dad, 2 kids, and a house with a fence will not just be rare, it will feel like a relic of the past. So the question is, not only will marriage survive, but will it survive for me? If you are a man in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, you cannot afford to look away from this. The survival of marriage as an institution is one thing, but whether it survives for you is another story entirely. The old blueprint is gone. Our fathers and grandfathers lived by a simple script. A man provided, a woman nurtured, children were raised under one roof. Divorce was rare, frowned upon, even scandalous. Society itself kept couples together, sometimes whether they liked it or not. That world is gone. Today, women can earn their own money. Men no longer need a wife to cook or clean. And technology fills the gaps that once held families in place. The law does not always protect men, and when marriages break down, it often punishes them. The culture sends mixed messages. One day it tells you marriage is a trap. The next day it tells you that real men settle down. You sit in the middle, caught between 2 voices pulling in opposite directions. The rise of modern families. Marriage has not only collapsed, it has evolved. Look around and you will see new family dynamics everywhere. Couples living together for years, sometimes decades, without ever marrying. Yet raising children in homes that look stable but carry no legal structure underneath. There are blended families, where kids grow up with step-parents, half-siblings, and sometimes more than one father figure. There are couples who are proudly child-free, choosing partnership based on lifestyle rather than legacy. And the digital world has opened doors none of our ancestors could imagine. Long-distance couples keeping intimacy alive through screens. Men and women forming bonds in online communities that feel as real as face-to-face contact. Even artificial intelligence companions stepping into the role of emotional partner. Strange, perhaps even laughable, but it is happening.
In parts of Europe, more than half of children are now born outside marriage. In France, nearly 2/3. In the United States, nearly 1 in 4 children live in single-parent homes. At the same time, multi-generational households have risen sharply, with grandparents, parents, and children sharing one roof for economic and emotional reasons. We are watching the family reinvent itself before our eyes. Traditional marriage is no longer the default. It is just one option on a menu that now includes cohabitation, blended homes, child-free partnerships, multi-generational living, and even living apart together, where couples remain committed but keep separate homes. This is the family of the future, and whether we like it or not, it is already here. Why men feel the pressure. For men between 34 and 54, this is not theory, it is reality. You have seen friends go through divorce, sometimes more than once. You know men who have been drained by custody battles or lost half their wealth overnight. You know single mothers who have raised kids without ever marrying. And yet you have also seen men with marriages that work, families that give them strength rather than strip it away. That contrast is what creates the pressure. Do you risk it? Do you walk away from it? Or is there a way to approach it that allows you to thrive rather than be destroyed? The real risks. The reason men are cautious is simple. Today, marriage feels fragile. It is not till death do us part anymore. It is till I am no longer happy. When happiness becomes the standard, the moment it fades, the foundation crumbles. The risks are not abstract. Courts that tilt against men, financial losses that can set you back a decade, children who can be taken from your daily life with the stroke of a pen.
Divorce for many men is not heartbreak, it is devastation. That is why a growing number of men are quietly stepping away, choosing instead to date casually, to focus on business, or to build life independently. The paradox of marriage. Here is the paradox. Marriage, when it works, remains the most powerful structure a man can build. A strong marriage multiplies his vision and his energy. It creates legacy through his children. It provides stability when midlife loneliness and crises come knocking. A good wife is an ally, not a burden. But marriage only works when a man enters prepared. Without direction, you will be swallowed whole. If you choose a partner for looks instead of values, you will find yourself at war with the very person you invited into your life. If you do not protect yourself financially, you will discover the hard truth that love is beautiful, but law is brutal. Surviving 2030 and beyond. So how does a man survive marriage in 2030? It begins with identity. You must know who you are before you invite anyone else into your life. Never expect a woman to complete you. Enter complete. Enter with mission discipline and spine. Then lead with direction. Leadership is not control. It is clarity. It is the ability to say, here is where I am going. Here is the vision I am building. Do you want to walk with me? Women do not follow men who drift. They follow men who know their path. And finally, choose wisely. Not vibes, not fleeting attraction. Values. If her values clash with yours, no chemistry in the world will save you. Closing truth. So, will marriage survive 2030? Marriage will survive for strong men, and it will die for weak ones. Weak men will stumble in blindly and be crushed, then spend the rest of their lives spreading bitterness. Strong men will build carefully, filter wisely, and create homes with foundations solid enough to stand in the storm. The family is not dying, it is transforming. The question is not, will marriage survive? The question is, will my marriage survive? At the end of the day, culture can shift, laws can change, trends can rise and fall. But the man you choose to become will decide the fate of your family. The modern family is being rewritten right